Hi, how are you doing?
Great. How are you? Good
Excellent.
morning.
Matthias is not there because he's at Vivatech in
Okay.
Paris at the big
Ah,
conference,
yes.
and since he was in there,
Yes.
I will do it alone. No big deal.
Okay. Yes. Great. Yeah. So, yeah, we're excited to hear about Switzerland. Yeah. So Josh will start the timer now for 5 minutes.
Excellent. So I'm, by the way, in the call since half an hour. It's quite amazing to see everything, guys. Congrats to everyone. And it's a really wonderful world tour to see really all this presentation. So Switzerland and Zurich, as you all know, and this is always what we say in the country, we have only three things in Switzerland and in Zurich. We have our mountains, we have a nice infrastructure, and we have our brains. We don't have more than that, guys. No community, nothing. So we should rather really invest in our brains and in the startup ecosystem. This is all we do um, since a long time and what we try really to do. As you can see, some rankings more based, fair enough, in Switzerland and not Zurich. Zurich as a city is too small to appear on big rankings. Here, by the way, excellent, we improve at the position 57, if I'm not wrong, at the worldwide ranking, and 14 in Europe, so clearly behind Moscow, but we're so tiny beside Moscow. Switzerland as a country in your ranking, thank you very much. Number 8 worldwide is amazing for us. And as you can see here, some of the rankings, we have very good positions when it's about innovation and entrepreneurship worldwide. Why that? One reason, and maybe only one, there are some of them, our universities and tech universities. We have 6 of the top 150 universities, and more importantly, 2 of the top 15. The ETH in Zurich, the first one outside of the US, with the one in London, and EPFN in Lausanne, who is number 14 worldwide. And both together, they build a huge tech and deep tech ecosystem in the country. So it's at the end of the day, guys, let's face it, it's a war for talents right now in the phase where we are, where everything got even more quicker, digitized and technologized. It's a huge war for talent, and it needs the right political conditions. It needs, of course, stability. We can offer that, and very important, a huge pool of talents. The startups, the companies, they will go where the talents are. Of course, we've learned to work remote, that's clear, but still, I believe remote companies in different hubs, there is not a single company in only one city. They are all over the world, but they still, I believe, need to build hubs, where people can meet. Just having Zoom is not so fun, let's face it. And the hubs, they will be where the talents are, clearly, or will migrate, that's clear, but mainly where they are. So that's really what we do with universities. More importantly, on the capital raised, and at Zurich is about half of it, a bit less. So we have a stable, growing market in Switzerland, 2 billions. With these numbers, we are number 5 or 6, depending how you count it, with or without debt, or with or without private equity. It's not always clear and transparent, but I mean, more than 2 billions for sure in the last 2 years. I mean, if you compare with the best hubs in Europe, UK 12, 14, Germany 5 to 6, but I mean, Switzerland is a small country, with 10 times smaller than Germany, so we can be very happy behind Israel and France, but we are the next one, very close to Sweden. And it's a robust ecosystem, 3,000 startups. We have about 1,000 in Zurich, and of course growing. And more importantly, now we try, let's say, to follow the path of Israel, which is, I would say, about 10 years ahead, Tel Aviv for sure. And we see now a big numbers of scale-ups. Having new startups is fine. Having early stage startups and early stage investments is fine. But at the end of the day, what you want is the scale-ups. You want 100 millions capital increase. You want the next IPOs. You want huge majority acquisition, billions values, etc. Because because they are the companies, not because of the unicorn, who cares, but they are the companies who will make it happen to have 1,000 jobs or even more in the next 5 years. This is all about jobs at the end of the day, and jobs of high quality, of course. So we really try here in Zurich and in Switzerland, let's say, to really concentrate on deep tech, on what we can do, delivering high quality, delivering good security, stability at the core of Europe. Every cities of Europe is within 2 hours flying time, really in the middle of Europe. And Zurich is really developing fast since a few years. As you can see, a map of Switzerland, and Zurich, the one with a red spot beside Geneva and Lausanne and Basel, and Zurich is really developing as a deep tech hub. Clearly, robotics, drones, everything around it, cybersecurity too, is all really we can do in the city and in the country. Let me just go on this one, the last one, last but one. Yes, as I told you, talent is all we have in the country and not much more. So we really need to train and invest massively in research and in education. This is all we try to do. And of course, you need to transfer then everything to the startup ecosystem and then build scale-ups and future multi-unicorns. So it's clear. As you can see, some examples. We folks, German and Swiss company has raised last week or 2 weeks ago 650 millions, which is great. We had Climeworks raising 100 million. So we really try slowly but surely to have several of them every year. This is all we need to have in the country to make it happen. We have about 50 to 70,000 people working only at the startups. So really the core of the ecosystem, and of course, fast growing. And yeah, we really try to grow quickly. We are not an early stage ecosystem anymore. I would say we are an early scale-up ecosystem. I said before, 10 years behind Tel Aviv or Berlin or London, incredible hubs. We try to be the next strong ecosystem in Europe, and working, very important, with many other hubs. I don't believe startups will be only in one city in the future. This time is over. We've learned to work all around the world in hubs, and we will do our best to be one of these hubs worldwide with great startups going out of it for sustainability, trust, and so on, etc. Thank you very much, and happy to see you soon, maybe in a physical event, who knows?
Yes, thank you, Nicola. It's always great to hear about Switzerland. If you can leave your information on the chat so everyone can reach out to Digital Switzerland if they have any questions about your programs and about investing in Switzerland.
Thank you, and have all a great day. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Yeah.